Okay, why don't we get started? If anybody has agenda items or highlights, please add them to our notes. Let me drop in the link for new folks. So if the call is being recorded, so if you do not want to be recorded, totally okay to come off camera. This is the CNCF project meeting, so all code of conduct rules apply. Please be nice and kind to each other. So yeah, meeting is October 5th, and I'll start out with a highlight, I guess. So Falco and HashiCorp have a live coding session this Friday. I've linked in here, let me see, the Twitter announcement, and that also has more details on the time and date. And also it includes the YouTube URL where it will be live streamed. And if you can't catch it there, it'll be in the Falco YouTube. So one of the things that I wanted to discuss and just be transparent with the community about is the upcoming release. So one of the things that Jason and I are doing is we're putting together this PR and marketing intake form for KubeCon so that we can include the release announcement as part of that press release for KubeCon. Part of the benefits that as a project that we get is that when we submit this type of press releases to the CNCF, they go and do the media pitching on our behalf. So we're taking the lead also on that. So any updates on the release and other messaging around Falco will also be kind of polished and put together in that press release. And that submission date is coming up. It's the 14th. So we will be submitting that to the CNCF folks for KubeCon. Any questions or comments on this? Okay. And then Jason, I don't know if you want to give an update also on the release.
Yeah. So as mentioned last week, we are running later than expected. We weren't able to release Falco at the end of the month. The expected release date will be probably by the end of next week. Currently, we are in the phase in which we wrapped up the work in libsyn libscap, and we started bumping the version in Falco and doing early testing. Today, we fixed a couple of bugs. So from now on, it will be a deep testing phase, and hopefully nothing great comes out. So far, no big deal. And I will put in the agenda right now the tracking issue for this release, which also contains a pointer to the tracking issue for the libs release, because now the two Falco and libs are versioned differently. And there are plenty of highlights. We still haven't finished collecting, all the great work over the past few months. But they will be written in the tracking issue, and they will also be part of the PR list that we will put in the PR support for KubeCon. And that's all from me. Open for any kind of questions.
Okay. The next one I had was, it's more of an announcement slash seeing if folks want to get coordinated, but 2 CFPs are open, the CFP for KubeCon Europe, as well as the CFP for Cloud Native Security Con. So as some of you may know, Cloud Native Security Con is actually spinning out of KubeCon. So it's going to be its independent event now. So I'd like to have a more coordinated effort, if possible, on what submissions we want to submit for these 2 events, if any. So happy to set up a working group for us where we come up with a few topics and title, abstracts, and all that kind of stuff. I am really, I have a lot of like experience with submitting these types of talks. So, if anybody wants to submit a talk, if this is your first time being a speaker, I'm more than happy to help you, write the abstract, get your intake form prepared, and also help you with creating slide decks and all that kind of stuff.
Also, if I may add, usually collaborations between different companies are much more valuable when submitting. So if you're interested in collaborating with, any of the people in this room, and also with the community folks, please write that in the Slack channel. Plus, we still haven't received any notice from the CNCF, but I assume we will be able to apply for maintenance track again. So already, I'm going to go ahead and say, if anyone is interested, please think about it right now, so that we don't come late like we did last time we want to commit.
And also the project meeting, if we have opportunity to another project meeting at KubeCon Europe, let's also start thinking about that. Okay, the next two items are actually about KubeCon North America. So we have a kiosk, the project meeting, and as well as the maintainer track. So I'll start off with the kiosk. So we have 3 days that we need to staff that kiosk. I need help from the community to staff it, especially on Wednesday. Wednesday's a pretty long day. It's from like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. because that's the day that they're doing the booth crawl in the evening. So I forgot to, I'll link it in, but I brought it up last week too. I have an Excel sheet where folks can sign up. Even if you sign up an hour a day, it helps us a lot. Ideally, we don't want to have our kiosk like with no one from the community being there unattended. This is a really good opportunity for us to advocate for Falco and to also just educate new people about how to get involved in the community. And then the project meeting, Jason and I got together this morning. We have a proposal for the agenda of how we want to structure that meeting. We're going to ask a few people to cover some of these topics from the community, but if you are also interested in participating, please let us know. We're more than happy to do that. If folks need more details on the project meeting, I can also add it in the notes after we're done, but basically it's from 1 to 5 p.m. on Tuesday, October 25th. So we have 4 hours, and we have a room that unfortunately it's like pretty small capacity, but it sounds like it's about 30 people capacity. So that's also one of the other items too, that we'd love to get the community there. We're going to have food and drinks, and just it's an opportunity for everybody to get to know each other in person. Then the other one is the maintainer track. I think I've talked to Jason about this, so we're good on that. I'm creating some graphics to start promoting where Falco is going to be at KubeCon. So you may have already seen that the project meeting is being promoted on Twitter. I haven't done anything to promote like the kiosk yet, like where we are going to be on the show, on the expo show floor. But I'm going to start doing promotion for the maintainer track as well. Another thing about KubeCon is we also put together a party. That's happening Tuesday, October 25th from 7 to 10 p.m. There's also opportunity for us to have a really strong presence there and really advocate for Falco. One of the things that we're doing is we're trying to put a little bit of some structure to the party. So we will be having tables where it will have certain topics And then someone will kind of be the host of that table and drive the conversation. So if anybody's interested, I've got the topics that we want to cover at that party. And if you want to volunteer to be a table host, let me know. That's about it for me.
A lot of work. Thank you, Jack. How many here are going to attend Cube Q&A just to gather some numbers? Okay, it will be better to also write in the Slack channel, because I'm sure many community folks are, will attend, but are not here in the call.
Okay, that was it. Anybody else have other topics that we didn't have documented in the agenda that they want to cover, or questions?
Yeah, actually I have a question. So I am very new to this project. I think 2 weeks ago was my first meeting. And I'm looking for a good first issue. Oh, thank you. I'm looking for a good first issue. So I'm in the plugin SDK Go, and there's some issues from like May. I'm assuming that those are still valid, like check custom required API version values, for example.
Yeah, that's valid still.
Okay.
They're just lost priority in time, but you can also bring me in private. I'm pretty sure there will be some things that we still need to work on if you're interested in contributing. Just for context, that's sort of a brand new project we are obtaining. So there's also plenty of room for any new ideas and suggestions. Cool. And are you interested in Go exclusively, or do you also have expertise in C++? Because there's plenty of stuff you can do on that too.
Yeah, my most recent experience has been around Go. I haven't done C++ in quite some time. So Go would be preferred for sure. So yeah, in addition to this, Sumit, I think you all met him. He sent me some like Falco like training videos that are, I think they're behind like a sysdig login. I think can't remember exactly, but yeah, if there are any other training resources along those lines that you all would think would be particularly useful, feel free to let me know, please.
We had Katakoda scenarios, but they got broke.
Yeah,
they're not available as members. So, Toma, are you aware like good first steps to learn more, get training?
About which specific topic?
Getting started with right, Matthew.
Anything. Anything, get my feet wet. Yeah, I don't know. So he sent me like the Falco 101 path. So like, I guess anything along those lines, anything that would help with development would be great.
To write a plugin, I think the blog post I wrote about how to write the plugin basically is the first, I hope so, the first good step to start with plugins. And I think the live stream Jason and Ashikov will do on Friday this week will be valuable for everybody, because it will show from A to Z we hope so, how to write a plugin for a quite obvious API, which is Nomad from HashiCorp. I think both the written blog post and the video will be useful.
Okay, and where's that blog post at? If you don't mind me asking.
It's let me. In general, Toma's right. It was practice, since some time ago that by writing blog posts, we usually expose like a realistic use case and we explain like a topic or something like that. A lot of community folks did that in the past. So the Falco blog is a good place to get started with. Let me give you a link.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. Also, I just checked the open issues on the plugin SDK Go. Basically, all of them are good first issues. So yeah, definitely the ones that you pointed out are very good point to start. If you have any doubt, feel free to ping me specifically, since like I committed a lot there. But yeah, very welcome. Thank you for choosing those, by the way.
Cool, for sure. Thank you.
And do you have any idea about what plugin you want to write first?
No idea. I guess I was more so
Okay.
interested in like bug fixes and stuff like that, just to get my feet wet. So
Okay.
I don't know if like required API version is, I mean, I guess it's kind of an enhancement. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, no problem. Because I have some ideas about what plugins we need, or at least not plugins, but what libraries we should have to enhance the user experience for writers of plugins. Basically,
Okay.
I would like to propose people common libraries to consume Kafka topics, to consume events from an RabbitMQ. That kind of things could make easier for people to write a plugin for specific aspects.
For sure. Cool. Okay. Noted.
Okay, if there isn't anything else, we can conclude for this week.
And will the Falco plugin, excuse me, the Nomad plugin that's being written tomorrow, will that be in Go or will that be in using the C++?
Go.
Go. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Rust is a very big question. It
We
would
are
be
waiting for you, Mauro. That's
Yeah.
all on your shoulders.
I haven't had time to like do anything Falco related in like 2 weeks. I'm sorry, guys.
It's that's okay, but the Rust SDK for the plugin development, it's something that has been asked a couple of times already, and that would be a good thing to start. I'm not familiar with Rust, eager to learn, so either now or in the future, that's a good proposal.
Okay. Anything else? Okay,
See you on Friday for the live stream.
see you Friday. Have a good day.
Everyone. Thank you.
Bye.